8:43. Thanks, Mike. I didn't hear a stitch of your forecast because Gail and I were chatting about kids, which is the whole point of this segment. All right, we're talking one specific issue now. It's summertime. Kids are spending a lot more time together, right? That's great for bonding. Siblings may not always get along, especially if they're a little bit jealous of what the other is doing activity-wise or playing with toy-wise. To help us deal with the issue, Gail Bell from Parenting Power, one of your regular visits. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, so this is a big deal.
It can be.
This can be a big deal, right? If the kids are like, well, you know, you've gone to 3 birthday parties, why don't I get to go to one?
That's right. And so what I want parents to think about is real life.
Yeah.
Okay, focus on real life. Life is not always fair,
No.
and even when it's fair, it's not equal. So we really need to support our kids in learning that real life lesson.
Yeah.
Let them know that. So try to focus on their own needs. When it, you know, I actually had one mom call and say, "I'm so sick of counting the M&Ms out." I'm like, "Well, please stop now."
Yeah.
And you know, how come Sam got more? Don't even get into that conversation. Just say, "I'd like to hear your needs."
Okay.
Okay, so something like that. And then don't lump them into one category.
Okay.
So if Sam needs new shoes, doesn't mean Joe and David get them as well.
Okay.
I'd really like to encourage that, especially moving forward. I know we are far away, but already you're starting to see some back to school stuff.
Oh,
but,
sure.
You know, like, no, you don't need a new backpack.
You can reuse your backpack.
Please,
but,
think of our
but
landfills.
Jane needs it, right?
But Jane's is ripped in the bottom,
Sure.
and that's so. Just be very matter of fact. It really helps our children learn that again, life isn't always fair, but life is good.
Yeah.
Life is good. So don't. It's our job is not to make our kids happy. It is not our job, okay? And really, when we teach them these real life lessons as they're growing up, it helps them deal with real life. So when they didn't make the right hockey team, it's not about them. It's just one aspect in their life. Hockey is not them.
Sure.
They are capable people. Exactly. Go back to that birthday party, then acknowledge their feelings. But you know, this is his 3rd birthday party, and I haven't gone to any. We've actually coached parents that have called parents and said, "Can Sarah come?"
Oh boy. Okay.
Actually, no, she wasn't invited. Kids need to know, moving forward, there's going to be things they get to go to and things they don't.
Explain it straight up, saying, look, life is
Straight
not fair.
up.
There's some things that Jane gets invited to that Joe, you don't get invited to. Do you reason with them and say, Joe, remember the party you got invited to?
No,
You don't. Okay,
I wouldn't, and certainly not in the moment. Maybe at a family meeting,
Sure.
but just say, acknowledge their feelings. Say, "I bet you're really sad about that."
Okay.
I totally get that.
Yeah.
Or you're disappointed, or you could even be mad. But if parents don't, as parents, as adults, we need to, you know, untangle our lives from our kids' emotions. Don't get caught up in their emotions.
When is it right and when is it wrong to be like 100% 50-50 down the middle fair? Like, I mean, for example, if you're serving ice cream after dinner because it's a dessert for the day or whatever it happens to be, then you give both kids ice cream. But if someone shows up at home with a popsicle they got at their friend's house, you don't immediately give your other kid a popsicle,
No, I don't.
right?
I'd say, and that's the treat you chose. And if you really want ice cream, make sure you say no to the popsicle tomorrow.
Sure.
And you absolutely can have ice cream. That's an excellent question.
I was just curious.
Do you know what my mom used to do?
What?
I just remembered this. If there was like a piece of cake left,
Yeah.
she'd say, one person can cut it, the other person gets to pick which piece they want. You don't think we made that equal? She left it in our hands.
Interesting.
I just thought of that.
Well, there you go. Okay, so how, like, I mean, what do you do? Like complaints. I mean, we obviously need to be sympathetic, right? If someone's in
Sympathetic?
tears, or do you mean you want to?
You can acknowledge their feelings.
And listen to them.
For sure.
Okay.
But when are you going to listen to them? If they're going on and on and on, you know, again, that's why we're so fond of family meetings. You know what? Put that on the agenda. We'll talk about that then.
We'll talk
because
about it.
In the heat of the moment, we all get emotional, and and we keep talking. And parents like to reason. Of course we do. Most of the time, we've been through this. Well, then and they're trying to flip it at 180 and make you feel bad like them as well, and or give in to them, right? Oh, fine, just have the extra cookie.
Yeah.
So really, just acknowledge their feelings. I can understand, and it's empathy, right?
Sure.
I can understand you're completely disappointed. I've felt that way before.
Yeah, there you go. If people want to have more information, Gail, about Parenting Power, how do they get that?
Parentingpower.ca.
Parenting Power, one word, .ca.
You
Good
bet.
stuff. Good advice.
Thanks for having me.
I'll probably have 100 questions for you when we get off camera here. Good stuff.